Hey, hello everybody, it's Dr. Steve back with another episode of Core Wellness TV, Forward Head Posture Edition, because we have to fix this stuff. I mean, you don't have to, but you should strive towards keeping your head above your shoulders, because the further your head goes forward, the less oxygen you get. You can get up to 30% less oxygen in your body with forward head posture, not to mention all of the trigger points and headaches and pinching off of the nerves that go down your arms and carpal tunnel and numbness and tingling. And whenever you get this way with your head, your shoulders also go forward, and that causes impingement syndromes in your shoulder. It can cause actually symptoms all the way down to your feet, like plantar fasciitis, because what happens if your head goes forward, your center of gravity goes forward, all your muscles turn on, your back muscles turn on, your hamstring muscles turn on, all the way back down your calves and your foot, until you put that constant stress on that system for periods of time, until that tension over time starts to make your body lay down bone in response to the stress. And a lot of times that forward draw of the posture is responsible for that chronic tension in the foot, which can cause the plantar fasciitis. So something as simple as forward head can have very vast effects on your body as far as symptoms. Two things that are the keys. Chilly out here. It's February, closing in on March. Two keys that I see that the biggest mistakes, and I want to give you some fine tuning on a couple of things that allow you to bring that back more organically and naturally. Okay, so one is, most people, whenever they work on it, they say it's just neck retraction is what they work on. See that translation of the neck backwards? Okay? Now, this is not very human as far as the way we developed it as babies. Okay? As babies, we laid on our belly. Okay, so imagine me on my belly, and we're just, we're wiggling around on our belly when we're like 6 weeks old. We're wiggling around on our belly until all of a sudden we want to look around. And we start to raise our head, but we don't raise our head by just doing this. The line of pull does not come from here. The line of pull actually comes from, so we're laying on our belly and we want to look up. We have the main support point is right in here in your front support zone, or your lower ribs, upper abdominals at that point, because you're just laying there breathing, and every time you take a breath in, whenever you breathe in, it kind of pushes you up. So that's how you learn your core stability, with breathing. So breathing is stability. So that's the first thing. Lay on your belly, put your front support zone on the floor, on the ground, and just breathe into it. And you'll start to feel the feeling of that uprighting. And that's really what we're talking about, is uprighting, right? So that's first, and that also will create some intra-abdominal pressure. Now I'm going to put my back hand here and hand here. Now, whenever I bring my head up, notice I didn't lift it. I don't want my front ribs are going to be on the ground, right? They're going to be solid. They're supported. That's my support zone. The punctum fixum. That's the point of support. Whenever I start to raise my head, I'm going to do it from here. See that? That thoracic spine, about T4, that area starts to come down, and that's where head coming upness, uprighting, that's where uprighting starts. Starts with a solid core with breathing and intra-abdominal pressure, and then you have this. Now my head is starting to come back, and it doesn't look like this. You're just going to run into a block if you do that. So watch me here. I'm in this forward head, and I start to bring it back. I can bring it back this far. Now watch what happens whenever I allow, this is staying, my thoracic spine to come down. Now my head is here. Okay, so that's the first problem, is people try to make the pull happen straight this way. It's from here. So it takes thoracic spine movement and mobility. Sometimes it's because that area is blocked up and needs to be released and foam rolled and maybe adjusted. And sometimes it's just because it's got plenty of mobility there, and you just need to rewire the motor program back. Okay? So that's first, getting that back. And again, the big key is, don't let this happen. You don't want to see, I can get my forward head back. Look, that's no problem, right? But what am I doing? I'm overloading my spine. I'm losing all my power out the front. Whoop, all goes my energy, my core goes spilling out. We have to keep that kind of pressurized container here, right? Boom, there's that. Now, the next thing is, most people have a lot of tension in the suboccipital muscles right here. And they've been like this for so long because that's stress. They have TMJ problems, whatever. Stress. Poking heads at computers, stress. This area gets really, really tight. So we don't, and sometimes it's painful. And what happens is, if this area is painful or is tight for long periods of time, the brain kind of forgets how to differentiate or isolate movement there. So that's the next thing, is to be able to, once you've started the process back, now you have to be able to make space at we call it the atlantoaxial junction, or COC1, right at the base of the occiput and the first cervical vertebrae. That movement looks like this. See that? That movement happens only up high. Most people, like whenever you look down at your phone to text, most people do this, right? They move their whole head and they never move from here. See that? And that's why we get in trouble with quote unquote text neck, right? What we really need to do is get that, okay? We try to upright, we get as tall as we can through our thoracic spine coming down, shoulder, or this stays down in the front. Now, we're going to imagine looking down, but only looking down with, see the chin dropping? It's going like this, okay? It's like this. A good way to do that is get up against a wall, get your head to a wall, look down with your eyes first, because your body follows your eyes. Your nervous system goes where your eyes go, right? It's going to organize you properly for where your eyes are going. Look down and try to look down at one of the buttons on your shirt without allowing your head to come off the wall. If you have too much thoracic spine, kyphosis here, and you can't get your head to the wall, do the best you can. Maybe even put a yoga block back there or some kind of support, or even like a ball, like a play ball, like a cheap play ball or a basketball or a gym ball, and then don't let your head move from it and look down. That will help you what's called differentiate the movement. That differentiation of the movement, if you can keep the core solid and differentiate good extremity movement like the head, you build a richer brain map in your brain. You have more afferents, you have less pain, you have a better perception of the world. You have a better ability to perceive the world coming in. The more afferents, the better brain map that we have, the better we are at perceiving. We become livelier tasters of the universe, right? We want to get this. So in the upper cervicals, and in general, there's whole chiropractic techniques that only adjust the upper cervical because it's so powerful. So we can do a lot of this stuff ourselves, right? So do those two techniques and let me know what you think. And if you are interested in forward head posture, I have more of that. I just launched a 30-day Fix Your Forward Head Challenge. Somewhere in the links, there'll be like a little eye or information, a little card that'll drop down. If you click on that, that should show you some information on that, where to go to find out about that. And so it's a new program for me. It's in February 2017. I'm starting it on March 1st of 2017. We're going to go for 30 days, and I'm going to be in there doing a lot of coaching and hands-on and hand-holding and answering questions and all that kind of fun stuff. And after that, it may still be available, but it may be only available as independent study. But anyway, that'll be there. So check that out. It's going to be very comprehensive. We're going to get to your core. We're going to fix it from the core, not just isolating, trying to pull your head back. That never works. It's not sustainable because actually it kind of hurts, right? So anyway, there you go, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Keep thinking good thoughts, because that's part of it. If you think stressful thoughts, your body's going to go like this. If you're eat good food, because if you're eating sugars up, if you're eating a bunch of sugar, it goes up and it goes down. Or you're eating food that you're allergic to or you have sensitivities to, it's going to cause your body to kind of go into a stress mode, which also can cause a forward head, right? And and move good, move well, move often, all that kind of good stuff, and move like a child, right? Keep moving. All right, and if you have comments, questions, there'll be a description box down below. We'll show you where to visit me on the blog if you want to leave a message about this particular comment. And again, there'll be information about the 30-day Fix Your Forward Head program somewhere here or down below in the description box as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.